Darkcast Network. Out of the shadows comes the best of indie podcasts.
Welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast, where two lifelong horror fans talk all things horror. Pour yourself your favorite drink and hang out. Here are your hosts, Josh and Jake.
Hey guys, welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's exciting episode, what movie are we going to be discussing, Jake?
We are discussing 2011's Grave Encounters, directed by the Vicious Brothers.
Yes, and this week we have another special guest on. Everybody welcome Miss Jordan to the show.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo! She is a friend of Mallory's, and she listened to the episode and enjoyed it, I guess.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Hopefully you're on the podcast as somebody that enjoys it and doesn't hate it. That makes us super happy, so thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We're excited to get into your movie, and but before we get into that movie, Jake, what would we like to let anyone new to the J Squared Horror Podcast know?
As always, like and subscribe on YouTube.
Pretty, please.
Also find us on Spotify.
We're on there.
And we're on Apple.
We are.
Always Instagram, J Squared Horror Podcast. Linktree in the bio. New episodes every Thursday.
Every
Not paying attention.
Thursday. Two lifelong horror fans and sometimes guests like to get together. We like to drink and we like to talk all things horror. With this podcast, we'd like to open up lines of communication between everybody in the horror world. Whether you're an author, whether you're just a fan, anything like that, we like to talk about your favorite movies and we like to argue with you or agree with you on the things that you enjoy. So if you're at all interested on being a part of the J Squared Horror Podcast, you can go to www.jsquaredhorrorpodcast.com. There you can easily navigate the webpage to find a way to contact us, and we will gladly talk about it, have you on either in person or just covering a movie that you want to hear us cover. What I'd also like to mention really quickly is we are a part of the Darkcast Network. Thank you. The Darkcast Network is a podcasting network about strange, independent, dark, and now horror podcasts. We release episodes every Thursday, so if you need to fill that void of your week of podcast, please go check out the Darkcast Network. They are amazing content creators. Now, Miss Jordan, what is this your favorite horror movie of all time?
Kind of.
Okay.
I think it's more a nostalgic thing for me.
That's a big part of
Yeah.
horror.
Yes, it is.
Well, honestly, it might be because I don't really think I have a favorite other than, I like Freddy Krueger, all
Okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
but anything ghost, spooky, I love. But I don't know, this one just really sits with my soul.
Nice. I think out of the ghost spooky ones we've covered, Paranormal Activity,
Yeah.
House on Haunted Hill,
Also
the
correct.
remake, 1996.
Yeah. 99?
99, sorry.
98?
Yeah, something
Late
like that.
90s. Late 90s.
Thanks for correcting me.
Of course. Well, you looked at me like, am I right?
Yeah, I was like, please just agree.
No, you're not right.
I think that's pretty much it as far as like possession or like haunted movies, right?
We covered Possession.
That's its own entity. And if you guys want to go back and listen to that one, you can, but it's brutal.
At your own risk.
Don't watch the movie. Whatever you do. It was banned in the States for a reason. Not even because it's too crazy. It's just a fucking bonkers of a movie. But I had never seen Grave Encounters prior to this here.
Me either.
It's not a well-known movie
Clearly
whatsoever. I think I was like 13 the first time I watched it, and I found it on like Verizon Fios, like one of the free movies that you can watch.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's crazy because my favorite horror movie, or one of my favorite movies of all time, is Shaun of the Dead. And the only reason I found out that was because I was going through the like on demands.
Yeah.
And it was like $4.99 versus like $8.99. And I was like, Mom, please, can I rent this? I want to watch a scary movie. That's cool though, because you are a little bit younger than we are. So your fandom would have obviously started later if you got into it at an older age.
Yeah.
So it is always intriguing to me, people that have something I think it's from 2011, right?
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like a new movie. Like just hearing 2011, I'm like, yeah, that's like new.
That just came out.
It's not. It's fucking 13 years old. Like that's insane to me. So like it's hard for me to kind of go back to 13 years ago because I was filling so much of my life with old stuff. at that time period.
Yeah.
And it was like I was kind of getting into that. So it's cool to have somebody on here that found their horror fandom later on with a movie like this. So that's pretty interesting to me.
Yeah. The first scary movie I ever watched, I was like 6, and it was, I think it was Chucky.
Ooh, that'll
And
mess you up as a kid. Yeah.
I stopped watching scary movies, and then I watched this one when I
The
was
Exorcist
13.
did that to me at 5.
All
So I get
5?
it. Yeah, I was 5 when I
Good
watched
Lord.
The Exorcist. And I was like, these scary movies are not for me, Dad. Like, dude, it was the scariest thing ever. I was scared that I was going to be possessed by,
Oh,
the
yeah, I
devil
was, I
himself.
was terrified of dolls for like 6 years.
All right.
And it's, Jake, Mr. fucking stoic horror fan over here is like, I was watching the greats of, the 1960s horror and even for, I guess,
Yeah.
like 80s horror when you were like, fucking what, 7?
Yeah.
You freak.
Hey, man. I like what I like.
So, Jordan, do you still get scared watching horror movies
Not really, no.
at all? Like even with good ones?
No, not at all.
So, do you still consume a good amount of horror?
Oh, absolutely. I
Okay.
love it.
Okay.
Nothing aliens. I don't cross that line.
That scares you too much?
That too much. Way too much.
Why is that?
Yeah, explain that real quick.
I watched Signs.
Oh, we covered that.
We did cover
We
that.
covered that.
Check it out, guys.
She's
And-
plugging our show unintentionally.
Yes. And that movie just I don't know. The scene where it's like the birthday party
Yes.
and it
Oh, yeah.
it
It
just
is-
did something to me as a kid.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? War of the Worlds or
War of the
what-
Worlds is crazy.
that-
Yeah.
It
yeah.
is.
And so I just developed a huge fear of aliens, and I cannot do anything aliens. I just opt out of those.
You should watch. What was the one we covered more recently?
No one will save you.
Yeah, no one will
No,
save
I'm
you.
good.
It's
I saw the
it's a
trailer.
doozy. Yeah, it's a doozy.
Now,
Or just listen to our episode on it. see
if
how
you're
you feel
going
about
off
it.
of just the trailer, I would still check the movie out.
Yeah.
But is it like full like I physically like will get sick?
I don't get it.
Please elaborate.
Like I will vomit.
During the movie?
Yes.
I've never had that feeling during a horror film ever.
What are you talking about?
No, like I don't know. I watched The Fourth Kind once when I was I think 14.
Oh yeah.
And I think I blacked out honestly while I was watching it.
Holy shit.
And then I just remember
man.
like the end credit scene. They had all the phone calls,
Yeah.
and one of them was Chesapeake, Virginia,
Oh shit.
and
That's creepy.
it was some guy saying he saw a UFO, and I lost it.
I saw a UFO in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Good for you.
Legit one. Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Like right down the street from Indian River. Yeah.
So, just the thought of someone watching a movie and either blacking out or projectile vomiting is insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, but that's why I don't watch those movies.
That should be embarrassing.
Well, you shouldn't in theaters
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, absolutely not.
yeah. Yeah. No.
No.
You can never be invited to an alien screening ever.
I try at home, but I can never make it through like the first 10 minutes.
That's crazy to me. It's just the actual like fear of aliens. Then. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
So
what
mean,
you,
of all
it is.
things
so you
to be
think they're real then, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%,
Absolutely,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Jake's on the fence, but we'll get
Yeah,
him.
I
we'll
am
get
on
him
the
to come
fence.
around.
Oh
We'll
no,
get
they're
him around.
for
Yeah.
sure real.
There's way too many galaxies and things out there.
I used to love the X Files, though. It was a great show.
Yeah, it's a cool show.
Never
Yeah, I
watched it.
tried to restart it a couple years ago, and unfortunately, I got like sidetracked by like the Peaky Blinders or some shit.
Ugh.
But
Love that show.
yeah,
Never seen it.
you've never seen the Peaky Blinders?
You're missing out.
Yeah, you really are.
Never seen it.
It's not
Well,
horror.
I know what it
related.
is,
It's
though.
not horror related,
No,
but
it's so good though.
yeah, the Peaky fucking Blinders
Yeah.
are fucking awesome.
You had a hat on a couple
I got
weeks
the hat.
ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got the Peaky hat in my room. I almost wore it
Oh,
today.
yeah.
I almost wore it today, and I was like, I got too many jokes. Everybody was calling me dad or like fucking old man or
Nah,
like,
then
what's
you
up
tell
with
him
your
you
hat.
got razor blades in the brim.
I'm just gonna put some in there and start cutting fuckers that joke me. Oh, you think it's all right. So we got a little bit of getting to know Jordan here and her horror fandom, minus aliens. That's I've never been that scared. I guess no, that's not true. I was that scared of possession movies up until I wasn't able to rewatch The Exorcist until I was 29, 30-ish. And then I was like, this shit's corny as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So It is sometimes like if you go back and watch it, and like Signs is a bad example because Signs was done entirely too well for it to be corny,
Yeah.
which just speaks on volumes of what M. Night Shyamalan did, which is really cool. And like obviously, if you go back and watch like probably Encounters of the Fourth Kind or something like that, you might not be as scared, which helps in the progression of trying to get into things that scared you. Because as me being a horror podcast host, I was like, I gotta get over this fear of The Exorcist. I had an Exorcist keychain that I rocked for years. I shouldn't have.
Fake
like,
fan.
yeah, like I was scared of it. And then I watched it and I was like, okay, this is kind of lame. But it is crazy because one of the cool things about inviting people on of different levels of horror fandom and the different people we've had on our show, it really draws a line for like old school fans like us and then more new era fans like you to where we can genuinely talk about fears in movies and things like that to where me and Jake can talk all day and everybody knows who we are at this point. So you kind of know the facts that we're going to bring. So I'm excited to get into Grave Encounters with you. Have you ever ghost hunted or done anything that would make you there more fearful of ghosts or had any encounters yourself?
I've never ghost hunted.
Okay.
I have had plenty of encounters myself.
Do you have a scariest one?
Yeah. So years ago, I think I was 11 or 12, and I swear my old house was haunted.
Okay.
And my brother did something really stupid and named the ghost.
Yeah.
Which you should not do. Well,
No, you have to.
Well,
We had
maybe.
Toby at my grandparents' house. We had George at Cafe
And her
Mocha.
name was Lucy. Well, we don't know if it was freaky name.
Don't ever make it a female. Ever.
Why?
Because girls are crazy to begin with, let alone a demon ghost woman.
Yeah.
walking
Oh,
around
and
your house.
we were pretty positive it was a child.
See, Jake, I got you.
And I was in the bathroom because I was a weird kid and would hang out in my bathroom. I don't know.
No comment.
And my legs started burning really bad. And I was like, what is going on? And I looked down and the letter L was scratched into the top of my thigh.
What?
Yeah. Like I literally watched it happen. Like it didn't just appear. I literally watched it get cut into my thigh. No one ever believes me when I say that, ever.
I'm not. She vomits in alien movies. She gets letters to appear on her leg. We might have brought on somebody.
Yeah, I don't think she should be here.
I'm good now. I haven't had anything since then.
So it
It's
didn't
that
follow
one.
you.
No.
That's
no,
good. That's
no.
good. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Me and Jake on the Paranormal Activity episode had kind of mentioned some things that we had been through with ghosts or paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
I had a ghost hunting team called Flips there for a little bit. And some crazy shit had happened. If you guys want to know that, just go back in the analogs, J Squared Horror. I'm not going to waste any time on that, but it is crazy because nothing ever physically happened to me, and that would blow my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Because like anything, even in like a lot of these movies, until it physically does something to you, you're always in that limbo of like, maybe it's just my brain.
So let me ask you this, similar to the movie. If you were doing the whole ghost hunting thing and something did happen, would that make you stop, make you push more?
Okay, so when I was ghost hunting, the first night we did it, it was at a coffee shop in the area, and we had always had weird things happen to us, like towels getting pulled off our hips, or like one time on camera, a spoon fell, but then landed perfectly pointing at the owner. Like it fell off a shelf and then stopped pointing at him.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty unexplainable, but maybe somebody could debunk it somehow. I watch a lot of Ghost Adventures now. I can debunk pretty well. But it's hilarious because at the time I'm still 6'2", a little bit lighter, but I was a man. I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And we would set an iPhone up on the counter and we would do the flashlight test like they do on Ghost Hunters, which is where you talk to a mag flashlight and it can turn it on and turn it off with nobody touching it. And I've seen this in person. You can believe me or not, that's fine. But I have physically seen lights turn on that nobody else is touching in response to questions you're asking. So that's very unexplainable.
Okay.
The first fucking time it happened where it was like, it like turned on and I was like, okay, if you're here, turn it off. And you hear my little bitch ass voice and it turns off and I went for the door. I was like, I'm done. Like, why are you guys still sitting in your fucking seats
That's
right
what I
now?
don't get. Why do people want things to happen so bad? They don't need to do like arm out.
It's that adrenaline rush of the unknown. It's just like riding a roller coaster or that adrenaline rush you get. That's why I'm so confused and why I asked you, and I know this about Jake, why the fuck would you continue to watch horror movies if you don't get scared at all? Like, it just doesn't compute to me. Like, I like the adrenaline rush I get when I'm still scared. You've seen it in person, you little fucker. You know I get scared and I let out little screams here
I've seen
and
you
there.
jump.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bitch when it comes to horror. And my girlfriend can even account for it, where it's like, dude, this wasn't that scary. I'm like, you know, some things get me still.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like the corny jump shit that will still get me. But I love that adrenaline high. So when I went into ghost hunting, I was already years into loving horror. So the next step above that of watching cinema is to experience shit you can't explain.
Yeah.
And it is legitimately a high that you wouldn't believe.
Okay.
Because you're sitting there watching something happen that you're just like, nothing can explain this. And then when we caught the voice on the iPhone, that fully sent me. It fully sent me. So like ghost hunting shows, you're asking things to move stuff, push stuff, da-da-da-da-da, right? We didn't hear anything. It's an EVP. He put it on his MacBook, put it into a program, took out some of the white noise, and you can clearly hear a voice say, shove it. And then a disgruntled grunt after, like in disagreeing with it. And we didn't hear that, but you can hear us talk and catch the moment live that just, it's unexplainable. And then you're like fucking hooked, dude. You're like, I want something else to happen.
Yeah, I want to be fucking possessed.
Yeah, fucking full send at that point, dude.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Nope,
I would be possessed now.
You would be?
Yeah, as long as I had like a good crew of people that would like help me.
Nope, just you.
Dude, you wouldn't help me? Hold the fucking phone.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold it all you want to. You know, I wouldn't be there in the first fucking place. You know that.
I'm saying, but like if you heard, like say I'm out with like Mallory and say Jordan, right? We're all ghost hunting. Because that's something I think we three would do now.
Bad idea, but sure.
Would not join.
What?
There you go.
You can't like Grave Encounters and not want to join in a ghost hunt.
I like watching. I don't want to experience
Yeah.
it.
All right, me and Mallory out there ghost hunting.
Record it and send it to my phone.
But you get a call from Mallory and it's like, yo, Josh is acting fucking crazy. Can you come here? You wouldn't?
I said, well, crazy how?
And she says like he's like bending backwards and like screaming out Latin.
Where are you located?
I spit blood out of my mouth and my eyes.
Again, where are you located?
In a random building.
I don't know.
What the fuck do you mean you don't know? We are best friends.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
You know I'm totally against this. Like the whole Ouija board thing.
I'm coming around, but
You're coming around.
To using it,
my girlfriend's very good
I
at
know
at
she
talking.
wants to use one so bad.
She's very good at convincing.
Keep telling
Yeah.
her not to do that.
Not only Josh, but our viewers as well. If you're here making bad fucking decisions like that, that's on you.
Yes.
I can't help you.
Yeah, but even if I'm making a bad decision, it's like you should still have my back, dude.
I draw the line. I got to. I have to.
No, you don't. Not for your best friend.
I'll show up there in my Ghostbusters costume.
Yeah, bring my proton pack,
and
please.
your proton pack. And I'll see what I can do from the porch.
From
From the porch.
Yeah.
If she pulled me out of the building, would you then come help me?
You're out of the building now?
Out of the building completely.
It doesn't matter where you are if it's still attached to you. It's attached
100%
to you.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I'm out.
Damn, dude. I gotta find some better friends.
Better
man.
call the local priest.
Well, find a better girlfriend that puts you in that situation. If you need to find.
No, it's intriguing. It is intriguing, man. Yeah, I don't care. I'll be possessed. Fuck it. I'll just be possessed. Then you could just like Shaun of the Dead me in the garden shed.
That's different.
I'm just saying. Zombie, possession. Yeah, they're one and the same.
They're not.
Well, we got some of the fun. We got this. I feel like we got good momentum for everyone that is still sticking around to now get into Grave Encounters.
Go for
So
it. Only 20 minutes in.
yeah, we're 20 minutes in. We got to eventually talk about
Let's
the movie.
get to it.
We said we were going to talk about. So Grave Encounters is, in my opinion, it kind of comes off as a parody against Ghost Adventures
Yes.
because the main guy gives you Zach Baggins.
Like that's literally my first point was Ghost Adventures. It
Yeah.
is such a like knockoff,
Yeah.
or like they're trying to make fun
Yeah.
of Ghost Adventures, which is literally my favorite show.
I love it. Yeah,
I love it so much.
Also never seen it.
you've never seen.
You've
You
never
should watch
seen-
a couple episodes.
No.
Oh my god,
It's
it's so
enjoyable.
You
good.
told me that. I was like,
Yeah.
nah.
No, you
It's
should
so
just
good.
broaden your horizons. Jason Takes Manhattan and get out there and enjoy some real shit.
I'll never take some whatever. Shots about movie, but that's fine. Let's talk about this fucking movie here.
I am, but I'm saying like, it gives you a little bit more going into it, and that's a stretch. But being somebody that consumes Ghost Adventures currently at an unholy amount, I mean, I'm watching 4 or 5 episodes a night.
Yes.
So the fact that I have to watch a TV show to enjoy this movie,
Well, I didn't, and I still enjoyed it. I didn't watch Ghost Adventures until
Yeah,
after that.
and originally she watched it and enjoyed it. So We're both making invalid points.
100% you are.
Welcome to the Jay Squared Horror Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's just go off your point list, and we'll kind of just go back and forth and go.
I love found footage movies.
I'm with you.
It's so. I know not a lot of people like them. They're very.
Look to your left.
Yeah. And I get it. Trust me. They're very. They can be good or they can be really bad.
Yes, that is the thing. They're either really good or fucking dog shit.
There's no in between. They're more so bad than good to me.
I could see that from your perspective for sure.
No, I would have to agree. They're not usually the best. There's something just so personal. About like looking or watching a movie through like someone's camera. Instead of seeing like the whole scene, you're just watching it through this camera, and I don't know, it's so personal. And I think that's why I like it so much.
I think also our generations can enjoy it because we had a lot of like video cameras at home or like ways of doing that as kids.
Sure.
Family videos. Like we had VHSs and stuff where we could watch our grandmother's birthday party. And like you can look in the background and be like, what the fuck is that? And then it could be like
as much as I don't like them,
crazy.
I do continue to watch them.
I think since we started the podcast, we've mentioned it on every found footage film that we've covered. Luckily, we've covered some of the better ones and not always the horseshit ones because I watched a legitimate documentary on found footage films, and I was like, oof, there's some rough ones out there.
Yeah.
And like Cloverfield is probably my prime example of like Hollywood really trying to grab a hold of found footage and ruining it.
Yeah.
Like Cloverfield's dog shit.
Was Grave Encounters on that documentary?
Yeah.
This
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
No one knows this movie.
Was it under the dog shit list as well?
No, well, this is my personal opinion. This particular documentary was called like Noir found footage or something. It's on Shudder, of course.
Yeah.
Like that's the only place it would be.
Yeah.
But,
Very true.
It didn't have much Eli Roth, so I was fully committed. Everything on Shudder's just plastered with Eli Roth, and I'm like, give me a fucking break from this guy. He creates dog shit movies, and I have to continually hear his opinion on shit. So yeah, I will agree that you're on a split podcast right now when it comes to found footage for sure. Yeah.
It's definitely not everyone's favorite, but I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have an appreciation for it. Jake's the only person that's made me kind of like question it with some of the bad ones. Like I used to just give it benefit of the doubt because I enjoyed found footage so much, but like Blair Witch was probably the one that really put it on the map.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that because it really felt real. And like that's the precedence of what you have to do after that.
I think that's my problem.
You hate
I compare everything to that.
Yeah. And that's going to be a problem because nothing will ever touch it. Yeah, nothing will ever touch it. And it's just like slashers. I mean, you got 80 slashers that we'll all die on a hill for, but then later on you get some dog shit in the 90s and you're just like, what the fuck were they doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it 100%. So keep going with your points there, Missy.
Asylums. I love them. I love anything that has to do with them. I couldn't tell you why.
Ooh.
That's interesting. Yeah.
My favorite season of American Horror Story is Asylum. Yep.
Nice.
I don't know why. I literally do not have a reason. I do.
What?
I just like it. Because it's so creepy, but also so sad. Because
there's a lot of, if you believe in souls, there's a lot of tortured souls.
Yeah, like those poor people.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel bad. Like I feel bad for them.
So the whole asylum aspect, it reminded me of House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House on Haunted Hill.
Which I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, dude. You're comparing greats to not so greats here.
Everything is everything.
It's okay.
I didn't mean that offensively, but
everything in some sense is compared to something else.
Yes, that's all. That's all of creation. Yes.
Yeah. So it made me think of that. The whole the scene where towards the end, the guy walks and they all look up at him.
Yeah,
is directly from that movie.
Yeah,
the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, with the tongue on the floor, and he's in the ceiling.
Well, a little bit past that. Yeah, maybe like after that when he's deep down in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he looks up and they're all standing and they sense him. They all look up at him.
Yeah.
The same thing happens in House on Haunted Hill.
So I have one quick question.
And the whole pencil must maybe the era, but same thing. Yeah.
Do you remember VHS, right?
Vaguely.
Did you ever see VHS, the original one?
Oh God, I watched it years ago.
So
I do not remember it.
I'm wondering if these brothers directed that one where the guys show up at the Halloween party. Because that fucking arm scene where it's like all the arms reaching through the ceiling.
I literally have that on my list. I love that scene.
I fucking despise it.
Well, I thought that was the dude who did going blank. Never mind.
We gave you like 4 seconds
You
on
did.
that, dude. That's the quietest J Squared's ever been.
Yeah.
But do you remember the
Yeah.
house scene where they're all coming
Yeah.
out of the walls?
Scream. The recent Screams, that was them.
Oh, that's them.
That's why they're in the same costumes.
Get the fuck out of
The
here.
Scream 6, when she's walking down the street, they're wearing the same pirate costume, other shit they're wearing in that same.
Yeah.
So that's them. Okay.
That's them. Yeah.
That's where I was going.
Yeah. You got it. You got there.
Yeah,
You
I got
there.
there eventually.
Do you remember the scene from VHS with the arms?
Yeah, they're all come through the walls and shit.
It's the same thing in the fucking ceiling.
Yeah,
it's like
it's like
CGI
coming
bullshit of just like shadow arms.
Oh,
And
but I
it's-
from the
love
ceiling?
it.
yeah. In this one, it's
being
the ceiling.
in a room
Didn't see it.
and you look up and there's like 45 just giant hands coming through the
No,
ceiling.
I get the fear of it, but what they gave me was horseshit. Like I could understand if it like they hired 40 actors to shove their hands through some
Yeah.
drywall. I'd be like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
that's terrifying. But it's just fucking CGI'd fucking shadow arms, and I'm like, this
Yeah.
is.
All I remember
Yeah.
is when she was by the door and the arm came out.
I have that on my list too.
That's what we knock
Even
out.
though
That's
I
what we
hate
do
Sasha.
here. Sasha, yeah.
She's so annoying.
Oh my god, dude.
So annoying.
Yeah, Sasha's a horseshit.
You think so?
character. Yeah.
I thought she would. Yeah, I mean, I you know, she just.
I
Screamed.
don't
We don't
She
know.
screamed. She screamed too
She's
much.
way too loud, dude. Yeah,
And she was just so annoying.
the fact that she was immediately out once she actually got scared, like her hair got touched.
Yeah.
You're a ghost hunter.
She also
Yeah,
Like, what the
immediately
fuck?
was like, I'm done. I want to leave.
Like that's what pissed me off the most. I get the whole ploy of this movie was to try to like laugh at the fact that a lot of people assume that ghost hunting shows are completely far fetched and made
and
up.
theirs was
stage
up
and
until this
stuff.
point.
Theirs was up
Yeah.
until this point, but
Yeah.
the thing is it's like you can't constantly ask for this shit and still not respect the fact that it could happen.
I don't think she's asking. She's just a part of it.
Yeah, but still, like
Well, don't be a part of it.
it would so for your argument.
Yeah, get that paycheck, man.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
your
very
legit
true.
argument would be if me as the J Squared Horror Podcast was like, dude, this is what we're doing. We're going to do an offshoot of our channel and we're going to do ghost hunting. And because we're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it, you would be like, okay, I like money. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, we're different people.
I know, but I'm saying-
me and Sasha are not the same.
But you can't
All right?
stand up for Sasha.
I mean, an example for her.
You're standing up
I
for
would
her.
just say no. I wouldn't be a part of
standing
your
up for one of the-
bullshit ghost hunting in the first place.
One of the weakest characters on this show.
not the weakest.
On this movie. Yeah,
she's
she
not
is.
the weakest.
Yeah, her hair gets touched and she's out of
And she's
commission.
gone.
Yeah,
But
she's
she
out of
also
commission.
gets. Well,
you
actually,
just said earlier you heard a voice and you ran out of a room.
I still came back. I was in there like
well, she
swimwear.
couldn't leave.
She also came back too.
Forcefully.
You're Sasha. There we go.
I am not Sasha.
You're Sasha.
Fuck you. I'm not Sasha. I admitted my scaredness and I came right back to confront it, okay? I didn't back down. No, I don't back down from the spookies.
Yeah. No, she annoyed me.
I agree.
Houston also was kind of annoying.
Which one was Houston?
He was
We're
like
bad
the
at names here.
the medium.
Oh, I love Houston.
Oh, he was hilarious.
Yeah, he's funny.
The
He's so
only
funny
reason
to
I
me.
loved him is because I watched so much Ghost Adventures and the fucking mediums are always that bonkers.
Are they?
They're
Yeah.
always that bonkers, dude. Where it's like they say that they don't give you any intel. Where like in this movie, they're like, "Good job for saying what we told you to say."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you're watching Ghost Adventures, for example, like they'll bring on some like old fucking like 55-year-old lady who's like, there was a murder in this room, and they're like, how does she know that? We've never told her that. And in your head, you're like, you probably did off camera.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
this movie puts a ploy on, and you're like, ha, 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 ha. But it does make those medium characters like because I there has to be mediums in this world. I can't believe in ghosts and not think that people are more connected to that side of things because of like their openness to it or whatever.
Okay.
But the like just far-fetchedness that you usually see from it, especially when like they go to like you go to those shows where it's like mediums and then they just use like your mannerisms to then like get you to say a name or to
Yeah.
get you to admit stuff that they're now admitting and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was Bill.
Yeah.
And it's like that shit drives me crazy. And there was
Yeah.
like this one lady that did it like back in like Oprah days, I remember, and I was like, this bitch is so fake. But now I'm like, well, was she?
It's me watching the Long Island Medium.
Yeah, it's like there's things like that where you're just like, yeah, if I believe in it, I gotta kind of at least hear it out sometimes.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I agree.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
On to the next. Yeah. The bathtub scene with TC where it fills up with blood and they're all freaking out over it. And then he looks over it, gets pulled into it.
Yeah.
And then the tub flips over, all the blood comes out, and he's gone.
He gone.
He's gone.
He gone. That's
He
some,
had a baby that he needed to get home
that's
to.
some interdimensional ghost shit right there.
Like, where did he
Yeah.
go?
He went to hell. He's down there with Satan himself. That scene was crazy because they had kind of like foreplayed you the whole time with this bathtub. It was like a big thing at the early beginning of the movie, and then like throughout the movie, like they passed it, like nothing had happened. So that part was cool that they kind of full circled that. I love my full circle moments.
Yes.
So because of that, I do like that. It doesn't make any fucking sense like, at
Not at all.
Still way better than the arm scene in my opinion, because like making people vanish into bloodbaths, not the most believable. They portrayed it well. And,
I did,
I loved his character. What was his name?
TC.
TC was awesome because he got shoved a lot and fucked with a lot, and he was like, I am fucking done.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense. Like the girl getting her hair touched, fine. He got pushed down a flight of fucking stairs.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm kind of hurt. And they're like, dude, shut up. And he's like, no, dude, like, seriously. Like, there's some crazy shit happening to me.
He's taking them
like,
to an exit, and then it's just a wall. And he's like, why am I here?
like, he's Jake. He's just like, I'm fucking done, man.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Get me. This doesn't make sense. He's like the most logical person. Early on, he was logical, where like everybody else is like, no, let's keep going. He's like, dude, this was the exit. We put our gear through this door.
Oh
our
my gosh,
van should be right fucking
and
there.
then they open the door.
And they're
and
like,
it was
let's
just a
keep going.
hallway.
Let's just keep walking. Like, no, I'm staying in that room with my lights that unfortunately got broken, which would suck. But yeah, it was intense. I love TC for sure.
I do like him a lot.
Yeah.
The lady in the corner when they walk in the room.
Yeah.
And she kind of turns around and is looking, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And she just screams.
Yeah.
And her face. Oh my god.
Scary?
Boo.
Fucking lame, dude.
Dude,
You
that
didn't
shit,
like it?
Nope.
First of all, it looked like shit.
That's the thing, dude. It's like maybe it's because we're watching it.
Made no fucking sense.
we're watching it so much later. But it turns around with that over elongated fucking black and white face, and I'm just like, womp, womp, womp. I have the button, but I can't reach it.
It's so scary. I hated it.
I didn't even get chili.
I
bumps,
also
dude.
hated it too.
I was just like, this is lame. It's like you're like, I was trying to be in it, and then some shit like that happens, and I'm like, fuck, there goes the movie.
Like, damn, there's no coming back from that one.
It's just like, dude, it makes no sense. It's a full body apparition that's just like very human like.
Yeah.
And then just turned around, was like, Rah! It's like, no, that doesn't work for me at all.
No.
No.
Shadow play would have worked so much better in that instance, in my opinion. Like if you would have just seen somebody like in a gown haul ass, I'd be like, ooh.
Oh, I would've-
See, I'm
Literally
like,
cried.
so they keep mentioning the bald guy
Yeah.
that they see.
Yeah.
I want to see more of him.
I wouldn't have minded that.
He
yeah.
was a pre-mentioned character. You need more of him. Who's this lady? I don't know her.
Bald guys
Yeah.
homie. Gotta have some ghost homies.
Yeah. Matt, I love him.
Is that the main guy?
No, he's
Oh, he's the guy that goes off to get the equipment.
yes, and
Yeah.
then never comes back.
Yeah.
He's such a baby
Well, he
girl.
comes back.
Well,
Weird.
not
in a gown.
He literally, like, what? He's insane. Like,
Yeah.
actually, like he goes insane.
You know, not to continually just obliterate some things you're bringing up, but dude, this dude disappears for a good third of the movie,
He does.
but then comes back as a loony bin patient, like Looney Towns patient.
Yeah,
like,
they were fucking with
Yeah.
him.
You know what I hate the most about that? So once he
Please.
gets back, it's Sasha, him, and the main dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Sasha, sit with him. I'll be back.
yeah,
Yeah. Why
Don't
would you?
fucking leave me
why
with him.
would?
no,
This literal
I'm
lunatic?
saying, why would
Yeah.
he leave him with her?
dude. There's so many things.
What is she gonna do?
Let
Exactly.
me tell you something.
And
All
that's
right.
why he jumped and killed himself.
As
I
time
would've
goes,
too.
as time goes on, which like it speeds up wherever the fourth threat in this.
Oh,
building.
yeah.
They've been there for like months at
Yeah,
this point.
time like
Yes.
does not exist there, which
Yeah.
I also really like.
If hours go by
Yeah.
and you haven't seen me, just go.
Just chalk it up as a loss.
Do
Yeah.
not.
Just-
As
Don't
much
tell
as
me
I
that
was
was different,
giving you
eh?
shit on if I called you possessed
Yeah.
and you didn't want to come save me,
I'm out.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I retract that statement now.
Yeah.
Because if I fucking vanish for hours or days, however long it had been, then I come back in a gown and I'm like, it's not okay. Believe me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It's not okay.
Take my word for it.
We're leaving right
Leave
now.
me there because clearly I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm a patient now.
You're in different clothes.
Where did your clothes go and why couldn't you run away naked? You know? It's
Or like how they all woke up with hospital bands on. They like fell asleep
Yeah, that
in the
was-
closet
yeah,
and
I
they
forgot
wake
about
up and
that
have
part.
hospital bands on. Like,
Yeah.
like that would freak me out.
yeah,
Are you
obviously.
kidding? Oh my!
But
I
it's
feel
just,
like at a certain point, We're pretty fucked. Here,
It's it's
Oh,
hysterical
yeah.
to me that
Well,
you
we're
would
not getting
you
that.
would see that and then continue to fight.
Like they keep, yeah, they.
No.
I would have
I'm done.
given up with it.
yeah,
Oh, the door opens and it's not the outside and it's a hallway. I would have given up there.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
at that
sitting
point,
in
I'm
that
done.
room,
Like,
yeah, I'm done.
crisscross applesauce, and I'm like, what
Your
happens
food
happens.
has maggots in it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's just crazy to me because it goes from 0 to 100.
Oh, very quickly. Yeah.
But not in the sense of like not in the sense of like balls to the wall as far as like continual stuff happening. Like when Paranormal Activity goes from 0 to 100, it goes from 0 to
Yeah.
100. But also what they do very well in Paranormal Activity is 100 0 100 0, but in the sense of like you finally feel like you can breathe, but then they do some more fucked up
Yeah.
shit. Where this movie brings on the same type of shit and it's never like escalated. It's never like worse. It's kind of like a nice level of scared the whole time.
Yeah.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't think it does a lot of this. I feel like it's like the same type of scares throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah.
Because it's
I could
not
see
like
that.
it. Yeah, I mean, you can get the lady in the gown, and the guys coming through the ceiling and stuff. Like those are 2 instances,
Yeah.
but everything else is super off screen. Nobody's believing anybody. Where it's like a lot of times, and once everybody does believe, it's just continual shit. Like nothing ever got better. Like nothing ever got scarier, in my opinion. Of
Okay.
Like what I expect from found footage. And of course, it's 2011, so like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it is what it is. Clearly,
Okay.
they weren't at the top of the found footage film game at that time. But
All right.
Yeah. Now I do have to give Sasha a little. I have to cut her a break.
You see?
Because
You see?
God.
no, they. I mean, it wasn't as bad as Matt, but she was put through some shit. Like with the waking up and she had like hello scratched into her back.
Oh, the back shit. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I'm
That is
done.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
done. I'm done.
mm,
Like, you gotta.
I
let-
get it.
At that point, you gotta cut ties.
Yeah, I'm leaving
We're done.
everybody.
Honestly, kill me. Like
Yeah.
just kill me.
Well, you
I
had you had
don't-
L on your leg. Nobody killed you.
Okay,
so
well,
like, yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
that big. It was
Doesn't
that
matter.
big.
It's comparable.
I was in my home. I wasn't in a.
I've had
insane
0
asylum
instances where somebody scratched something on my leg that wasn't there. So like, I'm leaving you then. Lock the bathroom door. She's fucked.
just sell the house and leave me with it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
she will now become a part of this.
Yeah, but
She'll
I did
start
feel
carving
bad for
J's
her.
into legs.
But then when she was like coughing up blood and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
vomiting up blood, and then
Like,
the mist comes, and then she's just gone.
Oh, that's right. When
Like,
the mist
where does
comes
she
down
go?
the tunnels.
Yeah,
she
when
went-
her and Lance are just like,
she went
all
where,
right, this
TC
is
went.
Yeah,
this is
TC
hell?
and her are just chilling in hell.
Yeah.
and
With
Matt,
the fucking
well,
boogity boogity boos. No, Matt
Matt
yeeted himself
actually
into
literally-
an
yeah,
elevator
you're
shaft.
right.
Good call, by the way.
And
Yikes.
Houston.
Good
Houston died too.
Oh, he got fucking murdered.
Yeah.
He's the only one that got murdered on
Walked down
camera.
a hallway.
They're like, oh, you're a medium? Check this shit out.
Watch
This is what
this.
ghosts really do.
That his death was funny to me.
It was,
like it made
yeah,
me
that's
laugh.
the,
It
it's
was
the
funny,
thing
yeah.
is it's like as crazy as that should have been, it's like Paranormal Activity when that guy finally gets killed in a very similar instance where it's just
Yeah.
like, yow, and
Yep.
you die. It's like, I guess maybe you didn't care enough about that character, but also you should though, because he was a real one. He was out there looking for ways out. He was out there trying to figure it out, and then
Yeah.
he got caught in the hallway on
You sure did.
camera.
Yeah, literally
Just
got caught on
Yeah.
camera.
Fucking murdered by some invisibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. And then Lance at the very end where they're like in the tunnels. And okay, first the rat eating scene, they could have left that out.
Also, they could have done a way better job.
That was
Jesus Christ.
disgusting
So-
and added nothing to the story
Dude.
for me.
Also,
One,
just
that is very true. Two, how long have they been in there?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No one knows.
you
like,
don't
time
know.
just does
Time
not
kind of
exist.
disappeared, and they had been hungry for a while.
How long would it take you to kill a rat and eat it right now?
Long time.
How long would it
Yeah.
take you?
I would
month.
just rather starve than even have to do that.
A month.
I agree.
A month.
At least a month,
A month.
if I do it at all. If not,
Yeah.
I'll starve to death.
A month if I didn't have a snack before I went in there.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'd rather eat the fucking rotten food from the other room.
Yeah, pick out the.
Right?
I'd eat a maggot before I'd eat a
I was
rat,
about to
dude.
say I'll eat
100%.
the maggot
Yeah,
before
yeah,
I eat that rat.
yeah.
I feel like they got a lot good in them because they're just eating shit that you're supposed to be eating. So how could they be that bad? It's not like they're in a pile of shit. They're in your
No.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, it's a banana flavored maggot.
Yeah, but
because
this-
it's just been eating
This
banana.
is a fucking
Aren't
rat.
maggots flies?
They're fly larvae.
Ugh.
Yeah, but you got
I
to
don't even
think
like the name of
the
that.
only reason it is gross.
Larva? Nah, I'm out.
It is gross. But the thing is it's like it's not in poop. It's in food. So it
That's
can't be that
true.
gross.
Yeah.
Like it can't be.
But it's like rotten food.
because they're eating it. They're getting all the yum-yums.
Yeah, these rats are in fucking everything.
The rats are
He's gonna get the Black Plague.
rats are notoriously disgusting. Like confirmed.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah.
where they are, what they are, they're fucking gross.
Yeah.
They also did cause the bubonic plague, which killed
all of England.
millions because of the fleas on the rats.
Which is my
a lot of
first
people
thought
didn't know.
when he bit into it and there's blood. Like, yeah, dude, you're fucking infected with something right now.
But also,
Exactly.
as like a wanting to be future filmmaker,
Okay.
bruh, you
How did they even film that? Was he eating a rat?
no. So he, dude, it's so bad. If you rewatch it after I say this, you're gonna hate it just as much as I do. I think he legitimately catches a real rat. I don't think they used anything fake. I'll give him that. It's not hard to catch a rat with your hands, especially if it's in an enclosed setting. They probably had some like gates or something right there where the camera couldn't see it. But when he like grabs it, it's now completely flat like a pancake, and then he starts biting it in like blood. So they probably put some blood packets in a fucking rat,
Well, he
stuffed
used,
animal.
Oh,
he used the
yeah.
pole he had.
Yeah, but it was flat
Oh,
like
he
a
hit it.
Yeah,
Like he
so-
hit the rat with the
yeah,
pole.
but it was
Yeah.
flat like a fucking pancake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you watch it, the rest kind of like already laying there. It looks like.
Yeah.
And then he hits with the pole.
But when he picks it up, that bitch is flat as a sheet of paper, bro.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And from a movie viewer standpoint, and somebody that killed rats for a living
Yeah.
for quite some years, that shit's not. It just fuck. I was just like,
Yeah.
this is the like use a rat fucking toy,
Which
Like,
is true.
just-
It's a point they could have left out.
They,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
like,
wasn't
Also,
necessary.
Why would you
was
do
he
that so
recording
improperly?
himself? Like,
Yeah.
why did he say, "All right, hey guys,
Hey.
I'm gonna eat this rat"?
you
Well,
guys
no.
already know.
Yeah, you
you
know.
record regardless.
Yeah, but he was very big on record.
Yeah.
because in his defense,
Which might be like Hell House and shit like
in
that.
his defense, you know, if real fans know this about me, I'm gonna put you in some sticky situations and we gonna get the footage. We going to, but
You're the only one left.
yeah, that part I don't necessarily understand.
Exactly.
But at that point, it's just like your only like last bit of reality is that right there.
Yeah.
Everything else has been fake. Everything else has been crazy, not fake. Everything else has been like far fetched, and your brain doesn't comprehend it. But in your head, you're like, if people can see this, they'll know. Even if I die, they're gonna find this footage and they'll know what happened here. And you almost feel like it's your duty, and that's what they were going
yeah,
through in
that
this
does
movie.
make
It's like
sense.
once the shit hit the fan, it's now his duty to make sure people don't like if they find it, just get the fuck out of there because you're not gonna make
Yeah.
it.
I also feel like he's never actually encountered anything real.
No,
Ever?
clearly he hasn't.
And
It's
so he
all
was
been
like,
fake.
oh, shit.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, this will go viral.
Yeah.
That honestly is the worst thing to do.
Yeah,
Because the second it gets out, people are going to see it and they're
they're gonna want
they're
to
going
do
to want
it.
to investigate and go check it
Yeah.
out too.
Yeah.
Well,
So pretty
there's
much
a second movie,
Well,
Speaking of which,
yeah.
which is actually so bad.
so I
100%
believe
knew that,
that. So after I'm done watching this movie, my TV had the audacity
the audacity.
to want to start playing part 2. I said, no. How dare you?
Because it's exactly what you say. The footage gets released,
Yeah.
and a bunch of college kids
Boom.
That's
want to
that's-
go and
yeah. It's
and
like
check it out.
97% of found footage sequels.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
based off
It
of
was
what happened
so
in the
bad.
original.
Mallory liked the second one, and I couldn't believe it.
Boo.
I couldn't.
She likes the
believe
first one
it.
too, so
Because it's
I don't know what that means.
good.
Yeah, no, dude.
This is the same person that doesn't like the original Hell House.
Very true. The original Hell House. Have you watched any of the Hell House movies?
Nope.
You would enjoy the fuck
Oh,
out
yeah.
of them.
Check 'em out.
You really would.
Okay.
Found footage.
If you enjoy this,
You can watch all.
You will
The
yeah.
bo-
love
if you
that.
enjoy the bottom of the barrel,
Yeah. If you enjoy the shit on my boot, you will enjoy the fuck out of this. No, Hell House is right up your alley. It's found footage. It's haunted house based. It's possession, scary, ghost based, but it's done so much better. And there's 4 of them that it all just works. 2 and 3 aren't. You won't stand on top of a mountain by any.
yeah,
But 1 and 4 are great. But you got to do it straight through.
Yeah.
And, we have on the podcast, but we
Yeah.
love those movies. I just actually bought a book called Hell House last night. It's not Hell House, or it's not him. It's the guy that did what's that zombie movie with Will Smith?
I Am Legend.
He wrote I Am Legend, and he wrote this one, so I'm going to read it and go to
Okay.
Whirl. Yeah,
Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool.
I'm also trying to get a little smarter for our potential month we have coming up. Not seem like an idiot, but yeah, I did buy a Hell House book. So
hell yeah.
yeah, I like haunted house shit.
You gonna read it?
I hope so.
Okay.
My
It's just for show.
My ADHD really fucks with me when it comes to reading, dude. It puts me right to sleep. My brain's like words. What are we doing? What's going on here? What's up?
Yeah.
You ever think about this before? No. We're going to now.
Right
We're
now.
going to hyper fixate on this,
In
actually.
depth, yeah.
Hey, remember you were reading? Yeah, that same line 5 more times. I'm like, dude, reading is the worst. Reading is the fucking worst. I have to put music on that's not sing-alongable. It's a whole thing. But I am going to try my damnedest to
Put
read
like
that book.
classical music on.
Yeah, I can.
Some
Yeah,
Beethoven.
I can put on some like jazz for sure. Like, cause I don't know any of the words from a lot of the jazz albums I have, so I can keep that going.
Yeah.
Just focus on my book. But I'm gonna give it a whirl before we get into April. So I'm excited about.
You
that.
listen to jazz and read books?
I'm gonna give it a whirl. I haven't before.
You don't do it currently?
No. Usually I
Okay.
put on like my night music,
Which is?
like Enya or like noises with like galaxies.
You listen to Enya.
Dude, it was like number 3 one year on my Spotify Wrapped. That's how much I listen to it when I go to bed.
Really?
Oh, mine
yeah.
is gonna be so embarrassing. I listen to like white noise. Or
I get
like,
that. Yeah.
It's like calming white noise. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like my number one.
Yeah.
for
It's
sure.
embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't get in bed until I'm ready to go to sleep.
I'm in bed all the time.
That doesn't make
See?
sense.
Yes, it does.
How do you know you're ready to go to sleep? My body would be like, hey, we're going to go to sleep. I lay down and it's like, joke's on you,
No,
buddy.
So it's not about your body.
It's about your mind.
It's about your mind.
Dude, my mind's fucked. It's a cesspool of fuckery.
Yeah, so
At
my
night is when I think about everything.
Every
I've ever
fucking
done.
thing I've ever done.
yeah, I did it
When
all.
I've been over to tie my shoe, I
all
tooted.
day.
I'll think about that.
Literally.
Like, live.
Yep.
I was in line to the bathroom. There's a girl behind me. I bent down to tie my shoe. Everybody heard it. You know who that was. Also, during the moment of silence in school, sneezed, farted. Everybody knew who that was. That's some embarrassing shit that once
Yeah.
I go to bed, it's like, everybody remembers.
Yeah,
They're talking about it right
so I
now.
have those same thoughts like throughout the entire day.
Well, so do I, but there's so much shit going
So
on.
I
It's
just
quiet.
stay up to 1, 2, sometime maybe 11 to 12, and when I get into bed, I'm out in like 5 minutes every time.
Nope.
I do it on the couch.
No.
That's
No,
crazy.
dude, that's crazy.
If I was watching this movie at night, which I almost did, but I knew I'd fall asleep during it,
I did, thank God, man.
I would
was
have
there.
passed out watching it.
Yeah. I would have gotten to maybe the girl getting her hair touched.
I wouldn't have got that far.
I watched it with my best friend, and now it's like her favorite movie too. And I have made every single person I've ever met in my entire life watch that movie.
Hold on. You said 2. This is your favorite movie?
One of hers.
One of my one.
You
One.
said
My best friend also. It's like one of her favorite horror movies
Oh,
because we watched it together.
I like the memories.
I have a
Because Jake's favorite is not my favorite, and we watched it together.
I have a question for you. So that's one of your favorites. What is another one of your favorites?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh gosh, I don't even know.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I do like The Conjuring, and I know it's a newer one.
That's
but
fine.
I
Oh,
love
yeah, that's
it.
fine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think, especially nowadays, horror movies they kind of suck. At least to me personally.
Yeah.
I feel like The Conjuring is one of the
Okay.
better ones that
All right.
they've
You like all of
actually
them?
made. I like the first one.
For sure. Okay.
What was the second one? Was that in London?
I think that was the first one.
No, the first one was at the house. That was so big.
That was pretty vague.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm pretty sure they all have houses.
No,
All
it
right.
was like in the country. Like it was.
I thought it was like London, though.
No, I think that's the second one with the little girl, and she's like possessed by this old guy
Oh,
in
the
a
chair?
rocking chair or
Oh,
some
yeah.
shit like
I thought that was
that.
the first one.
And then the
time.
third one I think is The Devil Made Me Do It. I actually have not seen that one, so
That one's not half bad.
I do need. I also like Insidious.
Have you seen? Have you seen Insidious Red Door?
Yes,
Did you like it?
I did.
Watch our episode on it.
You liked it?
I did. You didn't like it?
Watch our episode on it. We have an entire episode on it. Jake, don't get
you
into
wanna-
it.
Okay.
So, in short, no.
We fucking hated it. We saw it in theater together.
You want to know? I cried while I watched it.
That's disgusting.
You have the weirdest fucking emotions during movies.
No, because I just thought it was so touching.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It was fucking
the dad and the son. It's all full circle. I thought you liked full circle.
lame. No, that was not full circle.
it was full, whatever. I thought it was
That
full
was
circle.
that was an oblong shape, is what that was. Yeah, dude, I fucking hated it. And
I
it's just that
literally
guy's.
cried
It's
so
just that
hard
guy's
watching that.
chance at becoming a director. Fuck you, dude.
I thought it was good.
All your daddy issues and your son issues. Fuck you. That makes no sense. You fall into a box in your fucking closet, and now the whole movie's figured out. Fuck you. That's the dumbest fucking thing in the whole wide world.
I thought it was a good movie. I really think it was just the father-son duo that I really
Just
liked.
watch our episode on
honestly.
it. We bashed the fuck out of that movie for almost an hour straight.
Yeah.
We don't let up.
Yeah.
It's all gas, no break
You know,
on
that's
Insidious
all right.
Red Door.
I liked it. I didn't like the second one though, or the third. Actually, no, I like the second, not the third.
Well, they took it on like some key neck shit, and I was like,
yeah,
whoa,
it was like
dude.
I don't. It didn't
Yeah.
make any
Like,
sense to
this
me.
ghost had a
But
finger
I did
and he
like
would
the
just
first
turn the
one.
key.
That was weird.
Then you couldn't talk.
Very weird.
Yeah.
I remember watching that over at a homie's house, and I was just like chilling in his bed. No weird context there. He had a computer chair that he would hang out in, and I didn't have a chair, so I had to hop on the bed. And he put it on.
Probably could have set that part first, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
Clear enough. Hopefully they don't turn it off right then. But yeah, I watched it and I was like, this is abysmal. Like, this is not good. Because the original Insidious is fine, but
Yeah.
It's the best one in the series.
for sure, no questions asked. It's
Yeah.
definitely the first
Yeah.
is the best,
Yeah,
and the rest
it
is just
is.
trying to catch it. But Red Door was a hot pile of dog shit.
And that's what I hate.
Yeah,
So when you make the first one
that's what I hate.
and you make the most recent one, you try to tie it so closely to the first one,
Yeah.
it doesn't pan out.
Also
Yeah.
negates the other two. Why'd
Also,
you do the other two?
You made like a noise. Do you not agree?
Well, I don't know. I
heard it
Well,
faint.
Yeah. It's probably her ghost.
carving
Carving letters in her leg right
that was
now.
actually Lucy. That
That was
was
Lucy.
I can see, like, I see where you're coming from,
Okay.
We all do.
but I don't know. I just
Welcome to Podcasting with Jake.
it's just I don't know.
I have to do this every week.
Because like I feel like the third one like had nothing to do with the first two,
It was more about the old lady, than the family.
and then like you go back to the fourth and it brings back the family, and then
And you were like, yeah.
I
I love this.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was cute.
I love the father-son dynamic.
I do,
They hadn't talked in years.
Yeah.
but they reconciled.
yeah, fuck it, dude. That's not real. Dads and sons that don't get along for life.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
Well,
There's
they went
no
through something
reconciliation.
Okay, well they went through something.
Our personal traumas are coming out, Jake.
I was gonna say they went through something so traumatizing.
No, they
like
didn't.
together.
That was all a
Okay,
dream. It was a
for-
fever dream. He was still sleeping in the car
For the
on
longest
way to
time, he
college.
didn't fucking remember it anyway.
Yeah.
Because they had him.
His
do
art
the
teacher
little
brought it out of him.
thingy. Oh, you taught the son or the dad?
Go deep.
Because the dad forgot everything.
He said
Remember?
he did.
No, he did. He
Dun,
was going to
dun,
therapy,
dun.
and they like literally like
Makes me
did
think of The
that.
Sopranos.
What that? Oh, I love The Sopranos.
I'm on it now. I'm season 2,
Oh,
episode
it's
12.
so good. So
Well,
good.
tell him the ending.
No, fuck you, dude. That was
No, but he's
fight.
right. No, he's right.
I know. Somebody told me.
They spoiled the ending for you.
I was like, hey, I'm on season 1 of The Sopranos. The person was like, this happens. And I was like,
You know what though? The ending reminded me of Ozark's ending.
I didn't finish Ozark.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it's literally the
No.
exact same thing.
Now I can figure out what happens then.
Yeah.
There we go. Told him the ending twice.
Twice, dude. I can't finish none of my series.
No,
is
you
this.
have to though. It's so good.
I'm gonna keep watching The Sopranos because I'm hooked. But
Yeah.
I was pissed that the person in question did do that to me, and I was very upset
Yeah,
because
that would've
I don't
made
know
me so
how
mad.
else you can say I'm in season 1 of a show that you've never watched, and somebody tell you what happens in like season 10.
I'll say it was funny though, seeing how upset he got.
I was mad. Dude.
No, I probably would have hit that person.
Yeah, I was mad.
Yeah.
It's like when you're looking forward to a movie and you can't get off, and then like Facebook just is like, this person dies, and you're
Yeah.
like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck?
God, yeah.
Like if that would have happened in Scream 6 where Dewey dies,
Yeah.
I would have quit.
I have to stay
Living.
off social media whenever like.
Yeah,
a
when you're
movie-
like interested
I
in a movie that has
cannot-
traction, you just can't scroll.
Yeah.
It's the most because my feed is going to be full of it because the algorithms
Mm-hmm.
know this
Yeah.
is shit I'm into. So then they're just like spoiler, and I'm like, God, and we always say our little prefaces on the podcast because everybody knows we'll spoil the shit out of shit all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that about our podcast, and then the people that just like put like clickbait that just ruins my shit. It really
Yeah.
pisses me off.
I hate that too.
Fucking assholes. Is there any points that we missed? Anything that you really want to stand on before we?
Lance getting lobotomized at the end was crazy.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, he like goes in and he's like on the bed.
I was like,
they
Shutter
They
Island?
literally they give him a lobotomy.
I finally got the end. I finally got the ending of Shutter Island, guys.
And then he's like, he wakes up and he's all like, oh, they're going to help you. Like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Like, you just need help.
He deserved it.
Well, I
He
wouldn't go
put all
that
his
far.
friends in that situation.
They signed up for it too.
I'll take a lobotomy. I kind of want one.
Same.
So it is true. They did sign up for it.
They did.
You can just say no
Yeah,
You
you,
can't,
didn't
like-
have to go,
Yeah,
but they did.
pretty apparent on the pod
at any point.
at any point.
Yeah.
Granted, they couldn't leave.
Yeah, you couldn't leave the building, but you can get out of it if you want to.
Well, you don't go in the first place.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
valid. But
That's
the
very
whole time
valid.
you're going into it thinking it's fake.
Also,
anyway,
he
so.
fucking locked the doors or some shit, so they couldn't get back out in the first
Yeah.
place.
They do that with Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, they literally get locked
You
in
get
there by
locked
like
in.
padlocks
Yeah.
and chains.
And then the person comes and
they're supposed to come at 6 a.m. like
and
that,
the
but
guy
he did not.
apparently well
Yes,
yeah I
it's
guess I
it's fake.
yeah.
So, question real quickly: was he a ghost, or was he a real dude?
Who?
The fucking caretaker.
He was a ghost.
That was a ghost.
Okay, yeah.
That's
don't
why
think
he
that was
never.
a real
That's
dude.
why he never came back.
You guys don't have to look at me like I'm a fucking idiot here. I was just trying to find one more
It's
little
called
fun
context
thing.
clues.
I was just trying to find one more fun thing to talk about before we signed off.
That
And
was
you
a
guys just
myth.
looked at me. Yeah, dipshit. Like both of you in unison. Anybody on YouTube will witness that. It was just like a. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, I was trying to find something fun to talk about, guys. Fuck you, Jake. Is there anything that we missed that you wanted to mention?
No,
Sweet.
Jordan.
No.
She got the lobotomy out of the way.
Yeah.
Post credit scenes are kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Just never mind. I didn't know.
No, it's just like images of like lobotomies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
looks cool.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Of course. Yeah, because your part 2 was already coming on.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't get a chance to enjoy
I
the
didn't.
images. It
I
was like,
didn't.
we're going to put on 2. Because that's what's wrong with Tubi, dude. That's why I don't watch
Yeah.
shit on Tubi.
I will
I was
ride
gonna
for the
pay to
first
watch
one.
this fucking movie.
Dude, the whole fact that it's only $2 to rent tells you everything you need to know about this
It's free
movie.
on Tubi. It's 2 on Freevee. That
Yeah.
tells you alone.
If you pay for Amazon Prime,
It's
it's on there
$2.
for free. What?
It's $2. I paid $2 for that shit on Prime.
you probably
Maybe I
got,
already
you probably got it on DVD.
Yeah, you probably purchased it. You purchased
I
it.
might have.
Yeah,
purchased
you're
it.
like,
Motherfucker box
download.
I think I
She's got
might
all
have.
8 of them just ready to go whenever she wants to stand up for her favorite, one of her
I
favorite
will
horror
ride for
movies.
this movie.
I
will
respect
not,
it.
not the second one though. I will not ride for it.
I love that you're riding for such a movie that 2 people might not agree with here on the pod, but you stood up, you brought your points. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, that
It
was
was a
fun.
good time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
was a
you.
very
I had
good
fun,
time.
too.
Yeah, I'm happy you had fun too. Yeah. A lot
I'm
of
actually
people,
gonna go home and cry now.
yeah, a lot of people leave here abused and sad, so it's good that you made it out of it, and we mean from the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I had a great time. This was fun. Jake, do we have any fucking clue what we're covering next week?
Next week,
Oh shit.
we are covering dun, 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 Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I'm calling it
Yes,
right now.
ladies and gentlemen, we are
Calling it.
covering Wes Craven's New Nightmare. There is a reason behind it, but you're going to have to wait till next Thursday to find out what that is. We're super excited about it. Obviously, Jordan being on the podcast this week, we were super excited about it. We hope you guys enjoyed. If anybody wants to be on the podcast, you already know how to do it. Comment down below on YouTube. Comment on Instagram. Go to www.jsquaredhorrorpodcast.com. She did it. She sent me an email. We got it locked in, got it planned out, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody give Jordan a humongous round of applause for being an amazing guest.
Thank you.
Being that she's not one of these long-term fans, she kind of just walked into the lion's den and was ready, so we respect it. We had a blast. Speaking on behalf, Jake, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
it was fucking fun. Better than Josh any week. So hit us up on our socials, hit us up on our website next week. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. We're excited about that. We have some exciting news coming up in April. Stick around for that. We'll have some posts coming up on Instagram about that. Don't forget that in April, there's an author con from Scares That Cares that's happening. So if you want to go support horror content creators and writers, go check that out. It's all goes to charity, which is an amazing charity. Scares That Cares is awesome. Those guys do an amazing thing with horror and helping out the people that need help. That's it. This, ladies and gentlemen,
Well,
is
before you end,
shit.
let's rate the movie.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. This was such a different kind of episode because we had talking points.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with our guest this time. Then we're going to go to Jake, and then we're going to go to myself. So, Jordan, on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you rate Grave Encounters?
An 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. Holy fucking
I know,
shit.
that's high.
That's high. Jake, on a scale from 1 to 10.
That's high as fuck.
Yeah, on a scale from 1 to 10, where do you rate Grave Encounters?
Glad you asked me. I'm on a scale from 1 to 10. This is a 3.
Damn.
That's just awful.
That's just accurate.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Damn.
So, just to clarify, everybody. So, my favorite horror movie is The Thing.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite Friday the 13th movie is Jason Takes Manhattan.
That just sounds like a rom-com to me.
Jason Takes
What does?
Manhattan.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
It is.
Okay.
Sounds like
Okay.
or
And Graven Count sounds like a fucking haunted cemetery movie.
It does. I mean, that's not your best comeback, Jake, but I'll take it.
You know what? I thought that right then and there. So
I'm impressed
I'm
that
gonna take it.
that's what you came
Well,
up
me.
with. Usually you're a little wittier than that, so I'm going to drop a couple points. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do I rate your comeback?
I'm not-
A 2.
I'm not a fucking comedian here, okay? Even though I'm wearing my Air Seinfeld sweatshirt
Air
today.
Seinfeld sweatshirt. And
Yeah.
I did a pretty good job right there. All right. On a scale from 1 to 10, I rate it 3.5. So it's not my cup of tea. The only reason it got half a point higher than Jake is because I enjoy Ghost Adventures, and I like that it was kind of a ploy and a play on that. So for that reason, I give it a 3.5. Yeah, this was a super fun episode, completely different than what we normally do, but this is up to the guests on how they navigate their episodes, and we just kind of buckle in and go for it. So, Jordan, thank you again so much for coming on the podcast. You have an open invitation anytime you want to stand up to any other movie.
Thank you.
So, yeah, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the J Squared Horror Podcast. My name's Josh.
And I'm Jake.
This is Jordan. You guys have a great weekend. Always remember, it's hip to be squared.